the time I bought it, I was living in Brazoria County, had a sand pit. I had 4 acres, a sand pit behind me, and a sand pit across the street. Think I had mosquitoes? Yeah, I put a misting system at that house when I first moved in and sprayed, the bad chemical just because they're so horrible.
Sure.
I put a trap on my front porch, a trap on my back porch. I could sit on my deck all night long, not be bothered by mosquitoes.
So you won. You won the mosquito contest.
Yep.
And you have, and you're available to others to help them win.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
don't put up with mosquitoes.
real quick, what's the easiest way to get a hold of you?
Email, bugmantom@gmail.
Bugmantom.
At Gmail.
I think that's 3 three-letter words.
Yep.
Bugmantom@gmail.com. I love that.
Yeah.
This is not the Rick Hopper Show. Today is the Tom Bray Show.
Okay.
And I want to talk about things that you specialize in, stuff that you've been doing for a long time. But I want to get a little bit to know. I want to share the world with who you are. Little kid Tom, where'd you grow up?
Omaha, Nebraska.
Omaha, Nebraska.
On top of a great big hill. And
right.
I used to ride my bike and my sled down the hill. There was a field at the bottom, so I could go so fast you couldn't keep your foot on the pedal. Fly down the hill, hit a vacant lot, and then wipe out or jump.
Wait, are you telling me in Omaha, Nebraska, there's a hill?
Yeah.
Who knew?
Well, see, I grew up with Evel Knievel. And so at the bottom of the hill, we built a ramp. So you could get flying down the hill so fast you couldn't feed your feet on the pedals, hit that ramp, and soar about 25, 30 feet. It was wild.
So you literally were death-defying experience. So when you say I grew up with Evel Knievel,
yeah,
you grew up with the awareness of the craziest person at the time that would get on a motorcycle, an old, heavy, what was he riding, a Harley? What the heck was he?
Yeah.
Was he riding a Harley?
Yeah, I think he was.
He would jump over school buses and Grand Canyons.
Yeah,
on a Harley.
So I did it on a bicycle. I couldn't have a motorcycle.
I know. Me
I was a kid that I went around the neighborhood and found old bicycles, put them together, and made new ones out of it. So if I saw an old bike on the side of somebody's house, I'd go, "Can I have that bike?" So I had a bike yard in the back as a young kid. So that's what led me to be a car guy. Because I had one bike, my cool bike. I put an extra set of forks on it, so it was a chopper. I had the only chopper in Omaha that I knew of.
How'd you get the forks together?
Well, the funny part was I didn't have tools at the time. I was young.
Yeah.
And so I cut the forks off with a hacksaw I stole from my dad, and I just jammed them on there, beat them on with the hammer, which worked for a while until I hit a ramp. And then I was going down, hit the ramp.
So you're a physicist now, too.
The forks came off. I hit the ground and did a tumble. And then when I went back to the house, I was all bloody. And my mom was, "What happened?" I told her. My dad goes, "Why don't you put a screw in it? Because you don't let me use your power tools." And so that day,
all of a sudden you had access to tools.
So now I had access to tools.
And you bled for it.
Yeah.
That sounds like a cool dad.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So then he lets you use some tools.
And so it just opened the door to all kinds of things.
Okay, so you're young Evel Knievel.
Yeah.
Being a nut. And then you get through, what was in high school, what was your least favorite subject? I hated
everything except, I was in all paint and body. That's what
you hated school, but the only reason you got excited about was you got to go paint and body, had automotive at school.
Yeah, because I got caught skipping school a lot. I got in all kinds of trouble for that. But auto paint and body kept me in school.
Cool.
So
it's a miracle. I think they took that stuff out a long time ago. So I heard it's coming back.
It should. I mean, it's a great vocation.
It is. We need, dude, the trades are a dying breed and we need more.
Yeah.
So you are in a trade now.
Yep.
Did you go to college?
No.
No? Not even, you didn't even try?
I went for one semester.
Halfway through?
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
Did you make it halfway through a semester? Did you go all the way through a whole semester?
No.
Because I went twice. I made it halfway through a semester both times.
Oh, well, that's going.
I'm not slow.
Congrats.
School is slow. I know, dude. I think So what was your first job? Tell me about your first job that you made money at.
I was 15. working at a body shop. They painted diesel trucks, and it was not too far from my house. My parents would drop me off right after I got out of school at 1 o'clock, and I'd skip school. Got out at 1 o'clock, and I'd work at the paint body shop till 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And then the painter quit. My boss found out I was painting trucks. He came up there one night, and the painter was, because I was working under him, he would go visit his girlfriend and leave me to paint trucks. My boss shows up one night. He says, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm painting these trucks." "Where's Robert?"
It's with his girlfriend.
He went to his girlfriend's house.
How long you been painting trucks?
Yeah.
Did he ask you?
Yeah.
How long had it been?
About 2 months. So Robert got fired the next day, and I got
And you're the painter.
I got a big raise.
Oh man, that's you're a good sport, keeping it quiet for homeboy.
Yeah. So I mean, it was work for me. I was getting experience, and I was having a
Oh, were you
ball.
still in high school?
Yeah.
And at night you're painting trucks.
Yep.
Wow, go getter! I love it. So after high school, you did paint body. How long did you do that for?
Oh, I did paint body for 30 years probably.
Oh man, so that was your thing.
Yeah.
And do you still do anything like that?
Oh, I love cars. I got a '66 Mustang and doing all kinds of stuff too.
Okay, so you'll always be a car guy. It's in your blood.
Yep.
What got you into pest control? Because that's really what that's really what we're here to talk about today. I want to really kind of hone in on, because you got some very unique techniques that I've learned recently. What got you into pest control? Because it sounds like automotive is turned into a hobby.
Yeah.
And it's not a full-time gig for you anymore.
Right.
It was for a long time, it
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
But you transitioned out of automotive paint and body being a full-time grind to a hobby, which, congratulations, that's a big transition.
Yeah.
What about what did you do anything between paint and body and pest control? Or was that pretty
Well,
much?
I got in. I had a friend who had a real estate company. He hired me to do photography on his houses, and I was working for him. And it was funny. I went to Subway for lunch one day. I'm standing in line with this guy, and he asked me where the line with Subway was kind of long. "What do you do for a living?" I said, "I'm looking for work," because David was going to sell the company. They weren't going to keep everybody. He says, "So I'm looking for a job, I guess." He goes, "Well, I work for Terminex. I'm a branch manager. Come see me tomorrow. I'll put you to work." I said, "How much money can I make?" Jeremy says, "You do everything I tell you, you can make $70,000, $80,000 a year." I said, "No shit." And so the next day I went and saw him, and I told him, I said, Jeremy was an Army Ranger, a real cool, upfront guy. I said, "If you're bullshitting me, I'm leaving." No, I said, "I better make this much money the first month." He said, "You do everything I tell you, and that's how much money you can make." He wasn't lying. I made good money, and so that got me into.
How old were you?
Gosh, I was 30 at the time.
30 years old.
Yeah.
That's your transition into pest control,
Yeah.
Terminex.
Yep.
And how much did you make your first year?
Oh, 85,000.
What? A man of his word.
Yeah.
Pretty rare to find somebody that tells the truth, huh?
Oh yeah. I mean, he was that way with everything though. I mean, he's just a upfront guy.
So 85 grand. And this you're talking you're talking 1980.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty good money for
Yeah.
1980.
Yeah. So I figured there's
For a
money.
guy that sucked at school.
There's money in this stuff, you know. I don't need a degree
Now,
or anything.
do you think we suck at the things we hate, or do we hate the things we suck at? The
Well,
chicken and the egg.
I've always been a sore with my strengths kind of guy. If I'm good at it, I put my energy into it.
Unstoppable.
If I suck at it, it's something.
You're just not interested.
Yeah, it's not interesting. You know,
Okay, so you first year you worked for Terminex, and then how long did you work for those guys?
about 4 years.
Okay, then what?
Then I went to another pest control company. I got a job as a branch manager at Truly Nolan, and I
Okay.
went there and was there about a year. And then I decided this is stupid. I got to start my own stuff.
Yeah.
Tired of
Okay.
making money for somebody else.
All right. So
you know.
you saw pretty quick there's an opportunity for you to start your own gig.
Yeah.
What'd you call it?
Bugman Pest Control.
What?
Bugman Pest Control.
Bugman.
Because
Pest
when you go to
Control.
places, you're there every 3 months or something. They don't know. They don't know I was Tom. They would say the bug guy's here, or the bug man's here, and so I just picked it up as my name, and I became the bug man. Been that way ever since.
Bugman Pest Control. So you're talking about right around 1985 ish. You started Bugman Pest Control.
Well, no, it was right at 2000 because
Oh, okay.
I worked for Terminex and Truly Nolan, and then
Oh, yeah, that's
that
right.
led me up to the point.
Okay, so about 25, 26 years ago, you decided I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
What would you say is your killer differentiator between you and the competition? Because there's a lot of competition out there in this industry.
Yeah, there is.
Why? Give me the number one reason why people will call you the first time and keep calling you back. What's different between you and all those other pest control guys?
Two things, not just one. I treat everybody's house like it's mine. If this was my house, this is what I'd do to get rid of the problem. And I tell everybody that. If this is my house, this is what I do. And I tell them what I want to do to their house, and they're, sure, that sounds good to me. If you do it for yourself, you know, and then just doing green stuff. Because when I first hired on
Green
Terminex,
stuff. Okay, don't you can't go past that. So you
oh,
so first of all, so number one is you act toward their house as if it was your house.
mhm,
And people appreciate that because that attitude of ownership is undeniable.
yeah,
So but the other big one is green.
yeah.
When you say green, are you saying uh, less poison and more technique, or stuff that's not as bad for the environment? What do you mean by that?
Well, there's natural ways. There's everything. There's something natural you can use because like synthetic chemicals are just that. They're synthetic chemicals mocked off of natural things. It's like the most common thing that most companies use is bifenthrin. Well, it's a synthetic
Bifenthrin.
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 Let me spell it for
No.
you.
B.
Yeah. No, but that's the most common thing. But it's a synthetic of a natural compound, pyrethroids. And so, but it's a synthetic, so it lasts longer, and that's what everybody uses. And I know when I was at Terminex, because you have to ride along I was a sales guy, but I got to ride with a tech for a week to get to know the industry. And I'm watching this guy, and I'm reading the label because that's what you're supposed to do: read the chemical label on this stuff.
Sure, everybody reads labels of chemicals.
Yeah, I did anyway. I'm the nerd, I guess. And I'm talking to this guy, and I said, "It says you're supposed to wear goggles and a glove. This stuff is toxic." And he's out there just spraying willy nilly. Oh, don't worry, it won't hurt you.
It tastes delicious.
Yeah, and I'm like,
Don't worry, it won't hurt
don't
you.
worry, it won't hurt you.
Yeah, there's no lawsuits of poisons in the world out there.
And I just that's what made me go green. So when I started my company, I was going to do things as a better way because I mean the homeowners around the chemicals very little, but the guy who's spraying them
all day, every day.
all day, every day, and so the exposure to the person doing it, I thought I'm not going to kill myself over money.
Yeah, not worth the.
It's not worth it.
There's a lot. I mean, I've known a lot of painters that that sprayed a lot of like what is that? The really toxic
Oh, the lacquer-based
stuff for years, and I saw painters age really quick and
I was
die
in the paint and
young.
body world. I know what lacquer paint is.
Yeah,
That shit'll fry your brain.
yeah. It did what?
It'll fry your brain. The lacquer thinner.
So you're already immune to poison by the time you got to the pest control industry.
Yeah.
Solid rock right there, man.
Yeah.
So you're let's talk about the different types of pests that you specialize in, because ultimately, at the end of this conversation, people that are going to watch this show, they're going to want to find you or someone like you for a few specific reasons, because they don't want to just call anybody that uses anything on everything.
Yeah.
So let's talk about, I want to cover mosquitoes, cockroaches, rats. I want to talk about all that stuff because there's different techniques that you use for all those things. We just dealt with rats.
Yeah.
And I was intrigued by all of the things you sent me about the breeding rates of rats and where they live and underground, and show me where the holes are on the ground. I'm like, I always wondered where they lived. I didn't know they actually lived underground.
Yeah.
For the most part, right?
Most people don't. They think the Norway rats will, once they get in a building, they'll occupy it. But to get to that, they gotta,
They start underground, they come in, and if they move in and poke around, they feel welcome, they come in and stay, they move in.
Well, because their underground thing gets populated because they breed so fast. It gets overpopulated. So they gotta find they either gotta
crowded in here.
dig more holes or find a better place to live.
But they can't dig as fast as they breed, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh man, I hate them little bastards. It's just it's a nightmare.
They can be.
It's unbelievable. I couldn't believe how many rats I had in my chicken coop and my greenhouse. Uh, I never saw so much rat poop in my life. So, got it handled. I'm running low on rats. I thought I was out completely, but I found 2 little rat poops this morning,
Yeah.
and 1 little piece of poison was missing. They're slowing down for sure.
Yeah.
I would love to believe that there's 1 rat left and he's about to die. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get that last one, and then there'll be more coming because there's no end to it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about rats just for real quick. It's such a gross topic. I'm sorry to my audience that you have to hear this, but if you haven't dealt with them yet, you will, and so that you'll appreciate this.
Yeah.
Um, what do you believe is the best method of getting rid of rats from your house or your greenhouse or your barn or whatever?
Urine. Like you're like in your situation.
Whose urine?
Coyote urine. Coyote urine for rats. Bobcat pee for mice.
Coyotes for rats.
Yep.
Bobcat for mice.
Yep.
And so, where do you get the urine? Or from you? Okay, never mind. Not where do you get the urine, but the reason I asked the question is because we had this conversation. I wanted the world to know that there are people out there that capture bobcats and coyotes and get pee from them.
Yeah. And it's
real urine. It's not synthetic.
No, I called the guy and asked him how he does it. I was curious. You know, curious minds want to know.
Sure.
How do you get the pee? It's not like milking a cow or anything. He's got this big metal thing slopes down and it's got a hole in it. And the time the coyote pees, it goes down the hole into a bottle or tank that he harvests it from. And that's how he gets it.
So does he cycle coyotes through and then set them free? Does he catch one and keep it?
I don't know if he does that.
So you didn't want to know all the details. I don't want to know all the details. It's like,
I just want to know how you get stuff in a bottle. You know, that's how they do it.
So they just literally pee and it flows through and it fills the bottle.
Yeah.
God, that sounds like a painful process.
Well, it's funny because I was just starting my own company, and my niece had a squirrel. It's got a 3-story house in Omaha, and this squirrel was terrorizing them.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I've always heard you can use, I never use it. You can use urine. And I told her where to get it. So I said, there's a website, go get you some. Her husband went up there and put some in the attic. And 5 minutes later, squirrels left. And she was telling me this, and I'm like, it really works that good? And I said, well, I got to try this. And so I started experimenting with it a couple of places I had rats, and it works great.
Wild.
It works for bats as well.
Interesting. Okay, so you're the bug man is a green guy. And so you try to find the best lightweight methods. Now, we had a conversation a little bit one time, and you explained something to me that really kind of blew my mind a little bit. It's like if you use a poison bad enough, you kill a rodent, and then the poison's so bad that the birds that eat the rodents will kill the birds.
Yeah.
And then it'll kill anything that the bugs that eat the bird will all die. So everything dies.
Yeah.
So there's really you have to have a very cautious methodology.
Yeah, you got to be careful
in
with it.
how you poison. And now you mentioned something about explain to us first generation versus second generation.
Yeah, the old stuff had strychnine in it, and that's what was, it would kill all kinds of stuff. And that killed the bird and everything else. And then they came out with the new kind that actually coagulates their blood, and they bleed to death. And that's only kills one generation. It just kills the rat. The bird eats the rat, doesn't kill the bird.
But the bird doesn't die.
Bird doesn't die. And so they came out with that, and pretty much everything on the market now, because the Gen 1 baits, you have to have a pest control license to purchase it. It's a special kind of bait, and you have to go request it. You can only get it from pest control companies or pest control supply houses.
And you don't really like to use that stuff?
No.
Do you ever use it in extreme cases?
I don't use poison a lot. Now, in your case, like when you've got like your house and Alicia's house, she had the same thing as you, 3 holes, and they were going in there. And I mean, that's the quickest way to do it is that way, because you can just stuff the hole with poison. They'll eat it and I'll die. And that works, because when you got an underground burrow, it's harder. to control, like yours with the greenhouse. They weren't going to give up. We put urine out. Did they leave? No.
No.
That's their home.
Well, you made a point that when you have 4, 5, 6 generations of family, that's the only home they've ever known, it's going to be a little harder to push them out.
Yeah. Oh, it's that way with birds and rats, everything.
So it's been a several month process of winning this battle. It's been a long drawn out deal. Let's switch off of rats for a little bit. Rats and mice, urine, coyote urine, bobcat urine. Go for it. Call Tom. Call Tom if you need any help in North Texas. And then if you need to get a hold of us and you want to find somebody like Tom, that's just get a hold of me, rickhopper.com. We'll put you in touch with Tom, and you guys can work something out. We can. He knows people all over the country, right?
Yep.
Let's go. I think the next biggest thing in Texas, as far as I'm concerned, is mosquitoes.
Yep.
We'll talk about your little things that go in the weep holes. We'll talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about mosquitoes. You have a technique that you use that some traps you put out, and you don't have to give us a secret sauce, but give us an idea of what you do and why you do it and why it works.
Okay. We'll back up a little bit. When I first started my company, I was looking for something green to use over mosquitoes, and I ran across garlic oil. It's nothing but garlic oil. You get a gallon jug. You can buy
that
it.
Makes sense. Garlic, bloodsuckers, vampires, mosquitoes, same thing.
It's the same thing. And so I spread garlic for years.
And hang crosses?
No, didn't do that.
And silver? No?
No, just but I spread garlic oil for years for mosquitoes. And it was the bomb because it repels and kills them. And it's all safe and natural. You go home smelling like Italian food, but, I'd change shoes quite a bit. My shoes would get real stinky. Couldn't keep them in the house. But it works real well, and I spread garlic oil forever.
So your shoes would have garlic breath?
No.
No.
And but when I moved to Belize, I took it down there with me, and I would smuggle it in the country because you got to pay a duty. I get in trouble, I guess.
Hopefully there's a statute of limitations is up. They're coming for you, man.
And so I would go back.
And I'm implicated now.
Yeah. Co-conspirator.
I hope that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was. And so I would smuggle garlic oil in quart bottles into Belize, and I was down there. I lived there for about a year, and I would sell it to resorts and all kinds of places because I could buy it here for $12. Take it to Belize, they can't get it at all. So I was selling it for $100 a bottle down there.
Wow.
Killer markup.
Yeah.
And so I took, every time I would go back here, I'd have cases waiting on me. I'd fill my suitcase up and
smuggling garlic oil?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Man, it seems like you could, well, I guess nowadays you could probably send, I don't know. Anyway.
But that's what I did.
Garlic oil, you're talking about garlic oil in the past tense.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I found a better system.
Okay.
I was actually at my CU class. There was 300 guys in the room doing my continuing education class. And this guy from Bear, Ed Breedemeyer, stood up and he asked a question. He says, what's the kill rate on a mosquito fogging truck? The one the city has and all that. What's the kill rate? And 400 people were screaming out answers. Ed stood up there with his finger up in the air like this. And it got quiet. He said, 1%. You're killing 1% with that truck you're charging $300 an hour for. And it caught me. I was like, wow, well, how do you do this? And so I caught him at Bray.
First of all, how do you measure that? Okay, fine. We'll just believe him. 1%.
No, there's a way to measure it.
Okay.
But it's a long.
But still, that is terrible.
Yeah, it's for $300 an hour. And I asked him during break. I said, well, "What's a better way? I'm not ripping off my customers, Ed." He goes, "We'll meet for lunch." And he gave me his card. He said, "I'll call you. I'll be back in town Thursday. We'll meet together for lunch." Guy's had malaria 3 times in his life.
He knows a little bit about mosquitoes.
He knows a little bit about mosquitoes, and he went all over the world talking to people about mosquitoes. So we met for lunch, and he's educated me on mosquitoes, how to use larvicide and how to do this stuff. And it was like a whole new world to me, because everybody's like, most companies, they go in, they just blast bifenthrin all over your yard. It's a shotgun approach. Hopefully it'll kill enough but it kills butterflies, all the good stuff. And that's the shotgun approach. Ed was taught me a better way to just target the mosquito and the larvae and eliminate the problem. And then I found N2 traps, and N2 is the bomb as far as I'm concerned. It looks like a little flower pot, and mosquito flies into it. She contracts a fungus. So she lays her eggs in the water. When she leaves, she's with the fungus. She dies in 3 days. But the cool part is every drop of water she lays eggs in, she contaminates. So she's killing her friends. In 3 days, she's dead, but all the water she's dropped eggs in is now contaminated. So another mosquito goes in like a Coke can to lay eggs or a tire or whatever. They contract the fungus too and they die. They put this stuff in Africa. There's 60% of the houses in the village. Wiped out malaria for 2 mile square radius.
Wow.
That's phenomenal.
There's a clean test.
Yeah. And so the time I bought it, I was living in Brazoria County, had a sand pit. I had 4 acres, a sand pit behind me, and a sand pit across the street. Think I had mosquitoes? Yeah, I put a misting system at that house when I first moved in and sprayed, the bad chemical just because they're so horrible.
Sure.
I put a trap on my front porch, a trap on my back porch. I could sit on my deck all night long, not be bothered by mosquitoes.
So people hate mosquitoes, and some people are my daughter, my middle daughter, and my wife. I mean, they get pummeled. I mean, they get injured. They get big, giant welts. You can feel the heat coming off them. One stupid little mosquito.
Yeah.
But they would like to sit out on a nice evening. So anybody watching this show, do they need to call you?
Yeah. Yeah, it's called me, or you can Google Into Care. IN the number 2.
But what if somebody's in Nebraska or New Jersey and they don't have access to Tom Bray, Bugman?
Google Into Care.
Into Care. Can you spell it?
IN number 2 and then CARE.
Okay.
You Google that and it'll tell you put in your zip code and it'll tell you if there's a distributor. Because like my sister lives in Nebraska, they don't have a distributor in Nebraska, so I would mail her traps and mail her packets to her.
Okay. Why don't we work it out this way? Why don't you come up with a really simple mail order program? We'll tell the whole world in North America, so it's easy to ship to. We'll create a kit that you can mail out, and you'll get all the business.
Yeah.
How about we do that? I'll work with you on that.
Okay.
We might even be able to possibly even use an Amazon Amazon distribution model to get that out there. We'll find out what's available, but we can make sure we tweak it exactly the way it needs to be, so it's easily deliverable, affordable, and anybody can get it the next day or in a couple days.
Yeah, because they don't advertise these things. They don't want them in Home Depot. They're not retail. And when I found out about them, it was, again, in my CU class, the guy that does it, Tommy Kozar.
What's CU?
Continuing education.
Oh, okay.
And
so for your licensing, you have to continually.
Yeah, every year I got to go back for classes.
Okay.
And Tommy Kozar, I've been seeing Tommy for 15, 20 years. And he's telling me about his son in McKinney has this mosquito business that is just thriving. He's got 1,500 customers. And they're $100 a month. So 1,500 times 100, that's a little bit of change he's making.
Oh, man.
And Tommy says he owns McKinney Mosquito. There's nobody can compete with him out there. He is the man in McKinney for mosquitoes. And I thought, well, how do I get one of these? And so he gave me some info, and I found a supplier for him, and I started using it. My house was 4 acres with the sand pit on both sides, and I could sit outside at night.
So you won. You won the mosquito contest.
Yep.
And you have and you're available to others to help them win.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
don't put up with mosquitoes.
Real quick, what's the easiest way to get a hold of you?
Email, bugmantom@gmail.
Bugmantom
@gmail.
I think that's three-letter words.
Yep.
Bugmantom@gmail.com. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's anybody can solve their mosquito problem by emailing bugmantom@gmail.com.
Yep.
Good. Let's get off of mosquitoes for a minute. I feel like we just won mosquitoes.
We did. Kicked their butt all day long.
We just won. We just won mosquitoes. I love that. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to do it. I actually, when you say larvicide, I got some of these little things you pour in all the little water, like the bottom of my planters, where the water pools up, that kills larvae. It sounds like it's part of the process that you're talking about, but it doesn't go the whole way where it kills them. They move around.
Yeah. Well, larvae kills the eggs.
Right.
They won't be adult biters.
Right. So but I think the contagion of the spread. Now that just kills mosquitoes though, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't kill anything else.
Nope, just mosquitoes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
You're a good person, Tom. So let's let's talk. I want to talk about the product because we've been talking about. You've been wanting to get with me because I launch products and I develop products and distribution, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we're not going to cover that right now as far as that goes. But do you want to talk about the product and weep holes?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay. We can send us some pictures, and we'll throughout this conversation we'll have Tim pop up a couple pictures of the product or a short little B-roll on how it works. Explain to us how it works. What is it?
A weep hole is the #1 entry point for all bugs in your house.
Oh, you're talking about primarily for brick homes.
Yeah, brick homes.
Okay, so brick homes. How many? All the bricks are closed. There's mortar between all the bricks, but at the very bottom.
Yeah.
And just to help people understand the way construction methods happen, if it's stucco, that's called weep screed. Moisture goes in, and you need to let it out because there's a vapor barrier between the wall and the whatever facade you have, brick, stucco, whatever. And so you got to let the water, the moisture has to come out and has to be able to leave the house.
Yeah.
Okay. At the bottom of a brick house, every couple of bricks, they leave the bricks apart and they don't fill it with mortar, right? And what gets to go in there anytime they want?
Everything.
Everything. Bugs, snakes, cockroaches, you name it. Can go into your house, into your walls.
It's safe because that's where they get away from their predators. Birds kill everything, the insects.
Right.
And so what's better right there in the grass, just boom, right into the house and no bird can get to them.
Okay, so tell us about your product.
Does
it have a name?
PestStopper.
PestStopper.
Because it stops pests.
Is there one T or two? Pest.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Stopper. There's
two P's.
PestStopper.
Yeah.
PestStopper.
Yeah. Because I got started, when I started my company, I was looking for a weep hole cover. And there's one, it's stainless steel, and it bends real easy, squeezes in there. The problem with that is weep holes are not all the same because of the mortar. And so you have to trim them. You have to cut the top off. Well, then you're cutting stainless steel. And then you got to, once you cut it off, you got this sharp edge, then you got to squeeze in and get in the weep hole. It's getting bloody fingers.
You're dulling your blades and bleeding your fingers.
Yeah, and I'm thinking there's got to be a better product. And I've tried all the ones, and I found a flaw with all of them. And I said, it bugged me. Things just won't go away. I said, there's got to be a better way to do this than what I'm finding. And actually, my Houston company, I did a lot of school districts. And one of those school districts I did was Alvin. And I talked to them, they had actually a guy take hardware cloth and make weep hole covers, make his own. And then they found out that they could actually, from the brick, when they do new schools, they could install them. There's a product for that. But it's 3 inches wide and you can't shove it in once the mortar's in there. So it's, no good once the building's built. And so I took one of those and I played with it and I said, if I cut this down and made it smaller, I could trim it, it fits right in there, no matter what size.
The best inventions are usually a variation of something that already exists.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a whole chapter on it in my book. None of us are really that smart. And usually we don't create something out of thin air. We don't create electricity. We just wire it into something useful.
Yeah, exactly.
So you found a solution and you make the product available to your customers.
Yeah.
And you're willing to install them on people's houses. That's one service. Is it do-it-yourself friendly to where you can sell it to people, they can do it themselves?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So you can make it available all over the country.
Yeah.
All over the world.
Yeah.
And you're going to try to do that, right?
Yeah. That's the goal. World domination in pest control.
World domination. So kind of one of the tricks is if you can keep the bugs out of your walls, you can keep them out of your house a little better too, right?
Yeah.
Well, if people keep bugs out of their house, what do they need you for?
Windows.
You're perfectly cool with that.
Windows,
I'm sure.
doors, attics, that kind of thing. I mean, to me, it cuts down the amount of chemical sprayed by normal companies. Because most people don't think about this. When they spray the outside of a house, what about the pets?
Yeah.
What about the dog's water bowl? When my guys work for me, I said, you give that dog fresh water and take the food bowl and put it on top if it's empty and cover the dog's water bowl if you're not going to give him fresh water. Because these chemicals are neurotoxins. And we as humans, of course, we have a lot of body fat. We can absorb and not take it. But a little dog or a cat, it affects them. Nobody studies the effects on pesticides on animals, And it bothered me that, because like when you're spraying outside of the house, the drift from your chemical, depending on the wind that day, it can go 20, 30 feet.
Sure.
And so you're poisoning,
Depending on the wind speed.
yeah, depending on the wind that day and the size droplet the sprayer you're using. And so your poison is going who knows where and affecting pets. And so I just,
Okay, so the PestStopper uh, limits the need for spraying
Yep.
because it really cuts down on the number of animals, insects, spiders. Doesn't even matter. It's like when you think about all the variety of animals that can get in your walls.
Yeah.
Now, it sounds like a pain in the rear. Now, I'm 60. I don't like bending over. I don't like getting on the ground. And that bottom row of bricks is down low. Would you recommend that the average homeowner buy the kit and hire a kid to install it? Or hire are you going to sell these to more pest control guys to use your kit and your product? Are you thinking is this going to be a handyman play? How are people going to get these things installed?
Yeah. Well, they're pretty simple. I mean, if somebody's got a bad back, they don't want to do this, so they need to get somebody.
Okay.
But they're so stinking simple. No matter what, because again, with other weep hole covers, it's the mortar. Some are hard to get in. You got to trim them. These are what they're made out of plastic. A pair of scissors,
Adjustable and forgiving.
adjustable, and you put them in there.
So
and you're
anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Not everybody is going to be willing to do it.
Right.
So the recommendation is, hey, get a little bucket or a stool and move from spot to spot. Sit down where you're already sitting there. That's how I would do it. I got a little 3-legged stool I use for everything.
Yeah.
Anything down low, I have to sit down. I got a new knee, and I just cannot get on my knees. It's rough. I got to lay on the ground.
Yeah.
But so to install these things, it's actually very simple.
Yep.
But you do have to get down there to do it, or find somebody to do it for you. But just inspect their work.
Yep.
When it's done.
Yep.
So PestStopper. So I feel like we just won mosquitoes, we just won rats, and we just won keeping pests out of your walls if you own a brick home.
Yep.
Is there any other application for it? That's really specifically for that mortarless gap that's
Yep.
every few bricks, right?
Yep. That's what they're for.
Wow, I feel relieved already. What's the next most intrusive insect that you battle?
Probably roaches.
Roaches. Are they mostly by railroad tracks? Have you seen a connection between railroad tracks and cockroaches?
Two types of roaches, though. The big roaches, American roach, the ones that fly and get in your hair, attack you.
They don't think they attack you. They
people
run
think-
into you.
People
Don't be
think they do.
scared, everybody.
So those are you have to go. Those are going to be near bacteria. A lot of sewers. Have you ever taken a manhole cover off? It's covered with roaches, the big roaches.
Oh yeah.
They come from the gutters up to the house, and because the mama roach has to have bacteria to lay her eggs. That way, the babies, when they're hatch, have something to eat off of. And so, when you think of roaches, you got to think of bacteria.
Okay.
What's the bacteria source? Why are they here? And so, the big roaches, it's all that's what it is. And the German cockroach, the one that multiplies so fast, that's a whole other animal, and not animal, insect.
Those are smaller.
Yeah, about a 3/4 of an inch, half inch long.
Very familiar.
Multiply like
We camped. That's a long story. It's unbelievable. We actually had to. We camped at a vineyard one time. I'll leave the names out. And we camped inside of a house. There were so many cockroaches in this house. We pitched our tents in the house.
oh gosh,
Because it was raining, so we had to be indoors. There were so many cockroaches, unbelievable. Like, it was the only place to stay. We were on motorcycles. We were motorcycle camping. So
Oh.
like we just going to get on our bikes and ride through the rain and go somewhere. We were already there. We pitched our tents and zipped them up inside the house. How do you manage cockroaches without giving the secret sauce?
It's a 2-step process. When you first go in a tree, you want to flush and kill. You want to knock down 85% of the adults. When you come back, all you want to see is nymphs, which is little babies, because nothing penetrates the egg sac of a cockroach. No chemical, nothing. And so it'll survive a nuclear war.
Impenetrable.
Yeah. That's the egg sac. Inside the egg sac is 30 to 50 babies. So when it hatches, it comes out, And so you've got to do a two-step process. I do the first treatment. I wait 10 days, 10 to 14 days, go back and do the second treatment. The second treatment tells me, how did I get on the first treatment? Are there adults? Are they all dead? How many babies do I see? When I see more babies than adults, I did a good job. I know I'm on the right track. And then you just put out a bunch of bait and spray them and put out more bait and just let the bait do its job.
Sounds like you need to do a really good job of explaining the process to the homeowner so they don't see failure
Yeah.
in the
Oh, I
process.
do. Yeah. That's why I don't do bed bugs, because homeowners don't do their part.
Oh,
I stay away from bed bugs.
Oh my God.
Those are,
Bed bugs. I don't even want to talk about that. We've had a couple of nightmare bed bug scenarios.
yeah, I've got them. I went to a hotel once, came home with them. And I was like, oh God.
Nightmare.
And they're you got
Okay, since we're on the topic of bed bugs, why don't you deal with bed bugs?
because the homeowners don't do their part. It takes two to tango.
Okay, if they did,
If they did, I'd do
let's
them.
talk about what your part is and what their part is.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how to actually win bed bugs. What is it? How do we do it?
Well, you've got to treat the mattresses, because that's, of course, they're called bed bugs for a reason. You've got to take the mattress off, spray around the edges, spray the whole entire frame of the bed. If you don't do the whole frame, because of the eggs, you've got to do that. And so once you do that, you got to again follow up a week later and come back and get the babies when they hatch. And so it's a process. It's at least 2 to 3 treatments on bed bugs. And at the same time, the homeowner has to put their clothes in the laundry. Tennis shoes are the number one place where bed bugs will go.
Really?
Yeah, they'll hang out in your shoe.
So, do they die in the washing machine and dryer?
Yeah.
Okay, so they will die. I've heard if you had bed bugs on a trip, take your suitcase, put it in a black hefty bag, and leave it out in the sun for a week, which sounds like a terrible deal.
Never heard that one though.
I don't know yet. I don't know the rules. I just you hear these different things.
Yeah.
But so laundry, shoes, all clothes, everything, and then man, you think about suitcase inside the suitcase.
Yeah. And so it's a lot of work, and the homeowner didn't want to do their part.
What do they live on? What do bed bugs live on?
Blood.
They live on blood. So if there's no blood, they die.
Yeah. They can live 6 months without blood though.
Oh God!
Up to 6 months without blood.
Like a nightmare.
Yeah. So it's a tough one to get rid of them. Like I said, it takes two. The homeowner's got to do their part. That's why I just quit doing them, because you have to charge so much, to make it worth your time, because you end up going out there 5-6 times. And
Well, I suppose maybe the mathematics work like this: you go to a homeowner, they have bed bugs, and they know they have bed bugs, and you give them the rules of the game. You got two choices. You can pay me $5,000, and you can do these things 100% guaranteed, or you can throw your crap in the trash and go shopping. New bed, new mattress, new carpet, just clean house.
yeah,
I mean, really, if you think about it, that's
I've seen a lot of people do that.
yeah. Well, I don't want to tell any bed bug stories. I have two of them. One of them was this one was crawling towards me at a Econo Lodge across the bed. I'm going. It was, and then I smashed his blood. Oh God! And then another one. Two of my kids got bit up at a hotel in Hawaii one time. It was we had to go to the ER and everything. It was really bad.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, don't mean to scare everybody. Bed bugs, bad. Cockroaches, bad. Rats, bad. Mosquitos. It's like mosquitos are like they're bad, but they're so tiny and cute.
Yeah. I don't know if they're cute, but make
That's
that
the worst
noise.
night.
When you go lay down to bed and you hear that noise in your ear.
Oh no, you're
can't
not
go
going to sleep.
You can't go sleep.
Now I have a thing called a Hugo. You ever heard of it?
No.
A guy. They're great. You can get. I don't remember how much they are, but they're about this big. And I keep one next to my bed. And if I hear a mosquito, or even see one, like you're watching TV in bed and you see, there's a mosquito, I just turn that thing on. Boom! This little thing pops up, and you can barely hear this little.
Oh, it sucks them in there?
It sucks them in. There's a little blue light.
Yeah.
So the little light attracts them, and then it sucks air, and it sucks them in, and it puts them into this little cup in the bottom, and it's just flowing through, and they can't get out while
Yeah.
it's running, and then they just dehydrate and die. So every once in a while, you pop the bottom off, you just dump the dead mosquitoes out. It's not a guaranteed deal. It seems like they get a couple punches in before they get in the bucket, if you know what I'm saying. I got an itch just thinking about it. I don't even have a bite. I do have a little bit of poison oak on me though right now, so don't touch me. So I feel like we just won cockroaches. I feel like you're not willing to win bed bugs because you don't know who's going to be willing to do their part.
Yeah.
We just won rats. We won mosquitoes. After cockroaches, mosquitoes, rodents, pests, squirrels, and all that, is there something else that stands out that's a top 5?
Spiders.
Spiders. Okay,
People
let's
hate
talk about
spiders.
spiders. Dude, people are so scared of spiders. We'll talk about wasps last, but
I tell you, I had a funny story about a spider. I show up at this house and the lady says, "My husband was killing a spider last night with a broom, and he didn't use the bristle end. He used the hard end, poked a hole in their ceiling."
you got to be pretty scared to poke a hole through drywall.
He drove a hole in his drywall over a
Dude.
spider.
It's a spider. All you have to do is just go like that, and it's dead.
Pick up a shoe,
or anything. I know my wife. She calls me for spiders and wasps. I mean, I'm 200 yards away, and she makes me come get the wasp. And all you got to hit it with a fly swatter. Sorry, honey. I'll keep coming to the rescue.
Yeah.
So spiders, some are more dangerous than others.
Yeah.
How dangerous really is a black widow?
Black widows, I mean, depends on the person. I've been bitten by because a brown widow and a black widow are similar. In South Texas, where I came from in Alvin, a lot of brown widows.
Is that the same thing as a
almost looks like a brown recluse?
Yeah, brown recluse.
But it's got the violin thing on its belly, like the black widow does.
Okay.
And the difference is the egg sac. When you see a little cotton ball with spikes on it, that's a brown widow egg sac. And mama widow is real close to that egg sac. You mess with egg sac, she's going to attack you.
Really?
Yeah.
Offensive, like come and get you.
Yeah. Still, because that's her babies.
Yeah.
That's her babies. And they don't like you messing with their babies. No
human
mama
nature.
does.
Human nature. No, it's not human. Nature. How about that? Brown recluse. Are they really, really dangerous? I've heard they can kill you.
Well, I don't know. Again, I think it's up to the person.
It's the person.
Because
so is it like an allergy type thing? If somebody's allergic to a certain whatever bee or anything for that matter.
Well, you like mosquitoes. Some people swell up from mosquitoes.
Sure.
They don't bother me,
Yeah. I get bit by a mosquito. Typically, 10 minutes, I'm done itching it and it goes away.
Yeah.
Some people, it lasts 3 days.
But spider bites are that way. My son-in-law got bit by a spider, and it got about that big. It just rotted. It was horrible.
Oh, he ate up his skin?
Yeah, it was horrible. I don't know. He didn't know what kind of spider it was. He just felt something in his arm, and he slapped it. And, by then it was smushed. He didn't know what it was.
Oh, sure.
And, the sore got bigger and bigger. Ended up going to the doctor and getting treated for it.
Wow.
So they can be that bad.
So people should take spiders seriously. And you shouldn't have to share your house with spiders. The most annoying thing about the spiders to me is the webs.
Yeah.
The webs drive me nuts.
Yeah.
They're annoying.
Yeah.
And then usually if you're in a web, there's a pretty good chance there might be a spider attached to it and he's on you.
Yeah.
Now you're freaking out and doing the whole dance.
Oh, yeah.
So would you say spiders are the easiest thing to treat?
For me, it is. I have a product called Web Out.
Web Out.
Yeah, that's the bomb for spiders. A Web Out is all natural. 25B products are products that don't require a chemical label. They pose no harm to humans. And I use a lot of 25B stuff. And Web Out is one of those products. It's lemongrass oil, thyme oil, and citronella oil. Very heavy oil base, but it kills and repels spiders.
Is it something you spray?
Yep. In a little spray bottle.
So it's a lot like that.
Yep.
Is that a product that people can buy from you?
You can get it at Amazon, sells it.
Oh, okay. So you're kind of giving away some secret sauce here. You're going to let some people do some of their own basic stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to get all the work yourself.
Right.
And so what's it called?
Web Out.
Web Out. Get it on Amazon.
Yep.
and it's oil based.
Yeah. Now, if you try to, if, it comes in a spray bottle,
Yeah.
keep the bottle, because if you try to put web out in a one you buy at Home Depot, 2 squirts and it craps out because it's so heavy oil base.
Okay, so it's the bottle that comes with the web out. It's got a special nozzle.
Yep.
It can handle the
handle the oil.
thick stuff.
Yeah.
Now, why would if you're going to buy it again? Does it you can get refills or something?
I get the gallon and I just fill up the
Okay,
bottle.
so if somebody really has a big place or a barn or something, they really want to do it on a regular basis, then buy the refill, but buy the first one in the bottle.
Yep.
So you get the actual spray bottle.
Yep.
This is wisdom. This
Yep.
is good stuff. That white hair is working for us.
But web out works on so much stuff, and it's such a safe product because, like most chemicals, like fish, aquatic life, if you spray bifenthrin or anything else around fish, they die. When I worked at Terminex, the guy was spraying the outside of a house, and I went to check on it because I just sold the neighbors a termite job, and so I walked over to talk to Brad, and I watched his hose was leaking. People had a nice koi pond out front. 2 drops went in the koi pond. Next day, 30 koi were dead.
Oh no!
You know how expensive koi fish are?
I've heard.
That was thousands. I think it was $4,000 for the koi. That guy, he killed them all with 2 drops of chemical.
Oh my God!
So you got to be careful where you use that stuff.
So what's that stuff called?
Web out.
Web out killed the koi fish?
No, it was a bifenthrin product.
Oh, bifenthrin. But so the web out.
Web out you can use it on boat docks. It's safe, won't kill aquatic
and then
life.
You can kill spiders.
Yep.
What else?
I tell you what, it works.
What does web out work good on?
Wasp. When you have a wasp nest, because wasps will turn where they're born to make a nest, and so if you got a nest, that's because they were born there. They'll come back. So if you knock that nest down, spray web out.
Dab it with the web out.
Spray about this far on each side, and they come back. It's not friendly. It works for so much stuff because like American roach had
I would be tempted to put a little towel on a stick, douse it in web out, and then just paint, just like brush it on the eaves everywhere.
You just spray it. Maybe simpler.
Okay. It doesn't stain?
No.
Okay.
It's oil based.
Well, the problem is I'd have to use my my pool net because I got a 2-story house. I got a lot of really high stuff, so I can't get up there.
Yeah. Won't spray that far.
Okay. Well, we'll work it out. I'll call you.
Okay. But web out works for so much stuff because like American roaches, the big ones that fly. I had a school in Alvin. The school was built in 1950. So in the mechanical rooms, I put sticky traps in the mechanical rooms. Every month I would go, that trap would be full of American roaches because there was a sewer drain right there. And I thought, web out works for slot. So I sprayed the drain with web out. Next month, 0 American roaches.
So web out works for cockroaches and spiders?
Yeah.
And wasps?
Wasps as well.
Oh my God. Okay. This is great news.
It's an all natural product. You know, like I just did a place last Tuesday in a business park. They were having pill bugs come in like crazy.
Oh, the roly-polies?
Yeah, roly-polies. And they were driving them crazy because they got to sweep them up. I went and sprayed web out inside there. No roly-polies.
Unbelievable. It's like the magic bullet.
Yeah.
Okay, man, I feel like we just won.
All kinds of stuff.
I just feel like we're just winning all day long. Do you deal with snakes?
Yep.
Yeah? What do you do with them? I
I
heard most of the snakes you shouldn't kill.
well,
Most of the snakes are good.
yeah, I don't like snakes perhaps. I got a story I'll tell you. When I do crawl space termite work, I always take my machete with me. Because if I see a snake and I'm in a crawl space, one of us got to go. And he's going. And I got my machete out of my truck at this lady's house in Seabrook. I said, what's that for? I said, in case I see a snake. I explained it to her. She goes, my son has a 6-foot boa that's loose.
They need a bigger knife.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not going into your house.
Oh my God.
If you got a 6-foot snake and you don't want me to kill him, I can't go into your house. And I said, you might tell the next guy when you call him ahead of time, you have a snake.
Save a trip out here.
Make sure he's okay with that. And I left. And that's my,
What's the knife for? In case I find your snake?
Yeah.
Wow.
Your 6-foot snake.
Jeez. Okay, so do you kill many snakes?
Well, snakes, you can use Snake Away. It's a product you can buy at Home Depot. It's actually naphthalene, which is crush up mothballs. If you want to take mothballs, and I've done this.
You sprinkle them?
Yeah, you take it because they come in this big. So put them in a plastic bag, crush them up with a hammer, then sprinkle it outside. It's snake away. It's the same product, and that'll repel the snakes.
Doesn't bother dogs or cats?
No, yeah, it could, yeah. So you got to be
Okay, so
careful.
be
How you
careful
use it.
about what you're sprinkling around the dogs
Yeah.
and the cats. Um, my dog's dumb. I mean, she's a sweetie pie, but you guys met her today. If there's a dead frog, she'll just lay down on it and rub all over it and stank. It's unbelievable. Stupid dog. Um, so do you give her many calls for snakes? I
No.
got a snake problem, or
No.
you just stumble across them once in a while?
Stumble across them.
Snakes are very elusive.
Yeah, they don't.
I see more dead snakes lately than I do alive.
They're scared of us. We're so big.
Yeah.
So
I got a ranch up in Oklahoma, and I've got quite a few snakes up there. I've seen lots of snakes up that way.
yeah. Now at our place in Justin, I've killed 2 water moccasins, cottonmouths. A couple of those out there.
Yeah. So, remind the world how to tell the difference between a poisonous snake and a non-poisonous snake.
If he's dead, he's not poisonous.
He can't hurt you. He could be poisonous.
He'd be dead though.
If he's dead and you step on his tooth.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that much about snakes. That's one of the things.
So you know what I expect you to say? The shape of the head.
I've heard that, but I don't know if it's true. Is it true?
Okay, so you can't be perpetuating potential lies.
Yeah. So,
I don't know for sure. I think they all look like they have triangle snakes, triangle heads to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know.
They gotta go.
I just I killed a snake one time. It's like 6 foot long snake, big, beautiful snake, had beautiful skin, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna turn this into a wallet or something because it was just beautiful skin. So I left it outside and I went in to watch a YouTube video on how to skin a snake and lay it out and tan the hide and everything. By the time I got out there, the birds tore it to shreds.
Oh.
Bunch of holes in it. So that didn't work.
Well, the weird part about a snake, you cut his head off, the mouth still tries to bite.
Yeah.
I've done that before. Hit one with a machete and watch it just sit there and
Yeah.
wiggle around.
Creeps me out.
Yeah.
Snakes creep me out.
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't like snakes. I don't know anybody who. Well, there's a few weird people that like just love snakes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I'm not
The
one
guys that in the wild, the people like the rancher types and the outdoors people that like see a snake, oh, and they walk up to the snake and they do this thing, and they pick a wild snake up. I don't know if it's cool or crazy.
both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
So I want to recap. You got some products available. Bugmantom.com.
Yep.
You can win mosquitoes. It sounds like we got, what's that stuff called to get it?
Web-out.
Web-out can deal with wasps, spiders,
Roaches. All kinds of stuff.
Man, that's beautiful.
The only thing it doesn't work on is ants. I tried it on some ants. I've experimented with it, and I would spray a circle and put an ant in the middle of it, walk right through it. They don't care.
Let's talk about fire ants. I would rather get stung by a wasp than a fire ant.
Yeah.
Fire ants are my nepis. I hate them more than anything, and I have them all over the place. I found some stuff I sprinkle on them, and it seems like they just move.
You know why?
Why?
Because in an ant colony, everything's about the queen surviving. The queen's in the middle of the colony. She's fat. She can't move. But around the outside edges are secondary reproductive. In case the queen dies, the colony can exist. So when you walk up to an ant mound, when you walk by it, the secondaries, you vibrate the ground. Something's coming, something big. So they leave. And they go about a foot away, and they just hang out until the coast is clear. No chemicals.
Where you can't see them underground.
Yeah. And so if the coast is clear, nothing happens, they come back to the colony. So when you walk up to an ant mound, you put your stuff right in the middle, don't you?
Well, I sprinkle it on top around it.
Okay, start away from the mound. Sprinkle it about 6 to 12 inches around the outside when you walk up to it. And that way, when the secondaries haul butt away, they run into your stuff. It's all on how you apply it because nobody reads the label. If you read the label, it would tell you sprinkle around the mound first and then treat the mound.
You mean there's a label?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. So,
So it's all on how
do
you
people
treat.
call you specifically to treat fire ants?
I don't deal with a lot of ants. Actually, the guy Justin that I've become friends with, that's what he does. He loves to do fire ants, and so if somebody calls and they have property, I just send them to Kurt because it's people. I specialize in rats and mosquitoes more than anything,
Okay.
and that's what
It's
So like
okay
if
to
he needs,
specialize.
so if he needs help with rats, he calls me or sends me the customer, and
Okay.
so we were kind of work out the deal that way. He does fire ants real well. He likes them. He likes to kill them, so I let him do that.
He must have got stung a lot as a kid.
Yeah,
Got a vendetta.
it's probably so. I mean, because I guess I'm that way with rats.
So, I don't. Sounds like we're not going to win with fire ants today.
Yeah, Kirk can win with them.
All right, we'll call Kirk. Kirk.
Kurt,
Kurt.
Kurt.
Kurt. All right, we'll call Kurt. If anybody wants to try to pry on Kurt for information, uh, email bugmantom.com. See if he'll give up the goods.
Yep.
Connect you.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a regional show. I do like the idea. I do like the idea of creating some of your proprietary ideas as products that are deliverable to the rest of the country.
Yeah.
So we'll tell the audience to stay tuned. The PestStopper needs to be packaged properly with the right instructions and make it deliverable for DIYers and handymen.
Yeah.
and other pest control guys that may just want to have access to the
Yeah, I've got two
product.
guys that I sell them to.
So you already
They
going.
use them. Yeah, they use them.
Good. Any parting words for the audience? Can you give us more hope that the battle can be won?
Well, don't. I guess my logic is don't. It's a different paradigm. I think differently than most pest control guys. They're looking at how to spray. I'm looking at why is the bug there? What brought them in? What are they looking for? Stop that and leave the bug outside to do what he's being a bug, you know. So stop that, and you can do that without chemicals and control. But you can control the bugs without having to spray toxic stuff around your house.
Bug psychology at bugmantom at gmail.com.
Yeah,
That's great. Tom, thanks for coming out, man.
I appreciate it.
Ah.